in Japanese culture. In total dedication, he devoted most of his time to honing his skills, both as a pitcher and batter. At just 14 years old, Ohtani stood over 6 feet and could register 87 miles per hour on his fastball. But the coach opted not to use him as a pitcher, choosing instead not to rush his development. By the age of 15, he was recording speeds of 95 miles per hour. At this young age, coupled with the intensity of his throws and a developing body, Ohtani was susceptible to joint injuries. Issues with his growth plates soon led to a reduction in his pitching. Shohei was a relatively unknown figure as a junior baseball player for Hanamaki Higashi High School. But one pitch would change that, putting Ohtani on every scout's radar. July 20th, 2012. Morphing into a different beast and able to control his pitches more often, Ohtani released a fastball that broke the record for any high school pitch. 160 kilometers per hour, equating to 100 miles per hour. He had left an indelible mark that wouldn't go unnoticed. Breaking free from the mold of an ordinary amateur baseballer, the young pioneer was proof you could succeed as a two-way player. To attain his lofty ambitions of joining an MLB team out of high school, Shohei told every Japanese team not to draft him. Every team but one acknowledged his wish, the Hokkaido Nippon Ham Fighters. Shohei received interest from the Texas Rangers, Boston Red Sox, New York Yankees, and the Los Angeles Dodgers. But the Fighters were determined to sign the young prodigy and drafted him in the 2012 Nippon Pro Draft. Knowing that there was a high probability of rejection, the team went about convincing the player to stay on home soil. At the age of 18, facing the realities of spending much of his time on the road, through a country he wasn't familiar with, coupled with the promise of starring as a two-way player for the Fighters, a role that wasn't warranted by his prospective U.S. teams, dissuaded Ohtani from voyaging overseas. Similar to the progression of the great Bambino Babe Ruth, who started in the minor leagues as a two-way player, if Ohtani or Babe were made to drop one of their talents, who knows if they'd have turned into the giants of the game they are known as today. (2013) Shohei Ohtani turned professional. As a rookie at 18 years old, Ohtani became the second player in history drafted out of high school to be used as both a pitcher and outfielder, succeeding Kikuo Tokunaga in 1951. But his season was fraught with injury, spending time in the dugout with a cheekbone fracture and right ankle sprain. 2014. Ohtani's impact in his first full season was undeniable. As a pitcher, his average of 10.4 strikeouts per 9 innings was the best in the league. The year saw Ohtani become the first pitcher out of high school since 1967 to achieve a 1-0 shutout within his first 2 years. Shohei's fastball was steadily increasing in speed. Stadium radar guns clocked one pitch at 101 miles per hour. The throw, which shattered the bat upon impact, tied Ohtani for the fastest pitch in an official Nippon Pro game, an achievement that he replicated in the All-Star Series that same year. As a batter, he became the first Japanese player to reach double digits in both home runs and wins. His record-breaking season was soon followed by the pinnacle of any baseball player, a call-up to his national team. 2015. Although his offensive stats stagnated, smashing only 5 home runs, his pitching was amongst the best in the league and a personal career high. Ohtani finished the season with the highest win percentage and most wins, with a record of 15-5 in 22 starts. pitching 5 complete games with 3 shutouts and 196 strikeouts with an average of 11 per 9 innings, put himself on the short list for the league's most valuable player. 2016. Ohtani carried his dominance into the next season, concluding with 22 home runs and 382 plate appearances, and 174 strikeouts in 140 innings, cemented his status as the league's best. Ohtani received 253 of the 254 first-place votes from fellow players for the league's Most Valuable Player award. With ease, he secured the most coveted individual award in Japanese baseball. Ohtani continued to make history by winning the Pacific League's Best 9 award for both pitching and as a designated hitter. This feat had never been achieved before after the rules were modified to allow a pitcher to receive votes for the designated hitter award, a rule change that had Ohtani in mind. During the 5 years he spent with the Fighters, Ohtani lived in the team's dormitories away from his family, leaving his parents to oversee his finances, which included the initial 30 million yen salary, eventually rising to 100 million. In Japan, the increased salary made him the second player out of high school to reach 100 million yen in his 3rd year as a professional. Shohei's mother endeavored to develop a fiscal awareness and humble mindset and deposited only $1,000 a month into his bank account, an important lesson in the materialistic microcosm of the modern sporting world, one that he carried with him. September 2017. Ohtani triggered a long-awaited move to the United States, formally asking to be posted at the end of the season to Major League Baseball, in time to feature in the 2018 season. Before contractual talks could be initiated, Ohtani had to undergo surgery for a recurring right ankle injury, one that ruled him out of the World Baseball Classic, while also hindering playing time during his final season. November 2017. Major League and Nippon Pro Baseball entered the final stages of an agreement for his departure. Due to being under 25 years old, his signing was subject to international rules, meaning he was restricted to a rookie's salary and any bonus would be capped at $3.5 million. Ohtani brought the curtains down on his career in Japan and agreed to a contract with the Los Angeles Angels, his preferred team back in 2012, when his initial dreams of playing overseas evaporated. December 2017. 4 days on from finally attaining his dream, it was announced that Ohtani had suffered from a first-degree UCL sprain in his right elbow and received a platelet-rich plasma injection to treat it. But that wouldn't halt the two-way prodigy's path to prominence. 2018. In April, he struck out 6 batters in 6 innings, only allowing 3 runs, and picked up his first win. He hit his 3rd home run in 3 days, becoming the first Angels rookie to do so, and on his second visit to the mound, Ohtani almost pitched a perfect game through 6.5 innings before allowing 1 hit. Having pushed the boundaries of his body, scans had revealed the sprain in his right elbow had returned. But Ohtani wasn't finished with sending shock waves through the baseball world. After returning in the summer, he hammered 2 home runs in 1 fixture, his first career multiple home run game, and his first 2 home runs on the road. However, his injury woes reappeared in the autumn. More serious than before, Ohtani underwent Tommy John surgery on his newly damaged UCL. His standout debut season on American soil had turned heads, as he was named the American League's Rookie of the Year. Shohei was showing the league what he was made of: heart, speed, and power. Though his injuries highlighted some fragility, he ended his first season with 22 home runs, 61 RBIs, and 10 stolen bases, he became the second fastest Angels rookie to reach 20 home runs and joined the famed Babe Ruth in being the only two players in history with 10 visits to the mound and 20 home runs in a single season. His accolades proved he was a force to be reckoned with.
Can he break it now with only 2 games left?